Okay, so it is Monday, May 11th. It is the first training day of the cut. Um, yeah, it's going to be good. So, I started the cut yesterday. Um, I was quite low on my protein yesterday. There's going to be a bit of an adjustment period, I think, of keeping calories low, but getting the macros in should be fine. But it's just something to be aware of, something to think about. Um, Carbs are quite easy because you can just do fruit, and they're quite low calories but quite high carbs. So I have been eating a lot of fruit between the past couple of days, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's just the protein at the moment. I've got to get 180 grams of protein in a day, which isn't impossible. It's doable, but it's about finding out how to do it whilst keeping the calorie goal within tolerance. So that's probably going to take hopefully less than a week. But I think this first week of the cut is going to be about figuring out how to do that, how to get comfortable. Sorry, I keep burping. I just had a protein shake. And for some reason, I've gone really gassy because of it, which is a bit annoying, but we make do. But yeah, so yesterday I weighed in at 78.2 kg, I think. And then today I weighed in at 77.3. But that massive weight drop is more than likely just a lot of water weight getting stripped out. So, cause I woke up super dehydrated today. But yeah, so we're gonna move into chest day, starting nice and fresh. This is the last week of the Nightwing program. No, this isn't the Nightwing program. This is the Bro Split. This is the last week of the Bro Split. I think I'm gonna do another Bro Split for the next program, but I might change up the order. I might do legs on a Monday, chest on a Wednesday, and back on a Friday, or some variation of that. And then put arms and shoulders in the midweek, because I've noticed by the time I get to shoulders on Friday, I cannot be arsed. So I have missed a few shoulder sessions. I didn't do last week's because I just couldn't be bothered. But yeah, I think I'll move the arms and shoulders into the midweek just to kind of break it up a little bit. But other than that, there's not really much commentary on the whole thing. Things are going to kind of stay semi-consistent now, other than the diet going down a little bit. I think at the moment we're working around 2,700 calories. Somewhere in that ballpark, I imagine, because I'm using macro factor. As the weeks go by, that number will go down, which is fine. But obviously, the adjustment period will take some time. But yeah, I'm also going to be doing refeeds. I'm going to be definitely doing a refeed this weekend because I've got a little getaway planned and stuff. So I'm not gonna be doing minus calories on that. But I might do a refeed every couple of weeks, maybe every week on the weekends. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. So I shall see you all when I'm in the gym. not gonna lie, that was pretty fucking solid. I hope I'm not doing 20s again. 20s on the... I got 20s on the thing. So, moving to 15s. I'm only working the left side because in progress photos, my left side is smaller than my right side. So I'm only gonna do the left side for this and then do everything else that I did last chest day. Obviously we've got the unilateral chest press jargon. But yeah, so that's why I'm only doing this one side. I don't know if I've said that before, but that's why. That's the general reasoning behind it. Fundamentally, it's fine. We've got another 15s now. I've got 18 reps of 15. Should be able to do it. If I can't, then it's fine. I'll just put the RIR as like 0 if I don't hit 18. And then put the total in, which will be fine. We've got one more set after this, and then moving on to pec decks. Alright, let's get started. Yeah, that's pretty fucking solid, I'm not gonna lie. Probably about 1 or 2 reps in reserve for that one. Could I have done 20? Yes. Would it have been easy? I don't think so. But yeah, it's good. I'm gonna log that down. Okay, so for this one we got same weight, still 15s, and we've got 16 reps to do. This one should be easy enough. Should be a lot easier than the 20s earlier. I did warm up on the actual flies over there, but by the time I got to the 15s, it just wasn't moving. So come over to this one. I understand that this has probably got like a pulley system that makes it a little lighter, but it's fine. I don't particularly care. I think that's just one pulley, and then I'm seeing, yeah, a couple of pulleys in there. So I think this one's technically a little lighter, but I don't mind. Doesn't really bother me. So yeah. Got to finish from my rest and then be moving into the next set, which is now. So, like I said, this one is 16 reps for 15. Definitely should have put the camera on that side. Might actually do that. Yeah, that's better. See, the thing I get with those is it probably is doing my chest, but I'm feeling it far more in the front delt, which is slightly concerning because I don't want my front delts to be different sizes, especially not on my left side being stronger than my right side because of the whole recovery thing. But yeah, I think I need to look into that. Might be doing it wrong and that's why, but I'm not really feeling a lot in the under chest, feeling it more here in this like area, which I think is the front delt, but I'll look into it. But yeah, so I'm gonna jump on the pec deck machine now. Okay, so I just had to really quickly fix the pec deck machine. Looked like the cables had come off the pantries and stuff. I don't know how well this is going to hold under weight, so it should be fine. It should be fine. I have checked it, but just if you hear a big pa-ding during this set, that's why. We got 40 kgs on. I think I got 12 reps. I have 18 reps to do. Should be fine. We will see how well this holds. I am skeptical, but should be fine. Okay. Yeah, that's 18. I do like the pec deck a lot. It really like lights up my chest. I can really feel it here, which is nice and good. It held up better than I expected. So yeah, I'm gonna log that, do a quick rest, and then move into the next set. Okay, so 45 kg for 10 on this one. I've just figured out that this foot lever, which is off camera, does actually bring those in. I'm not going to be using it, but you can see if I got my foot on it, my knee is up. I'm not going to be using it, but in a previous video, I thought it was just like a stopper, but it's not. It does the whole thing. Yeah, it does like the whole range of moves, which is quite interesting to me. Yeah, 45 kg for 10. Last time I did this, I had a 2 on RAR, so we'll see how many I have left for this one. I'd say probably a 2 again. Pretty consistent on that one. That one's good. Yeah. For this one, 45 kg for 8. If I can do more, I will do more. If not, then we'll just keep it to 8. But yeah, let's get started. 10. That was good. I'd say maybe one or two more left for reserve. Pretty good. The RAR feature is still quite new to me. I'm not used to having to think about it. But yeah, I'd say probably one or two before I was like, it's not moving, kind of thing, you know? But yeah, so that completes Pec Deck. I'm glad that the tracking stayed intact, because that would have been annoying if it didn't. But yeah, we're on to the cable incline press. Should be good. For this one, got cables either side, 35 either side. This is because with the barbell, I found that like, I think my right side was doing more work than my left side, which is creating a muscle difference. So we're doing it with the cables, 35 either side. First time I did this was last week, so all of my RARs are a bit off. So I'm going to try break a few records for this one today, just to try and get that RAR from like 2 and 3 to like 1 and 2. But yeah, so 35s at the moment. After this one, I'm going to go up to 40s, see how that feels, then we'll work from there. It's a bit difficult to set up, obviously. Because you've got to pull from back here, see? But yeah, it's not horrible. Move the pulleys up a little bit, just to try and make it a bit easier. So we'll take off. I have to bring the chair back as well, I think. Like I said, I haven't fully figured this one out yet, but we're working for it. I've upped them a little bit higher, and I've dropped the weight to 30, just to see if I can actually get it moving upwards. I don't know how I did this last week at 35s. That was kind of weird, but we'll give it a go anyway. Okay, so those definitely need to be lower. There. They'll have to be lower. And I'm gonna pause here, log that. I'm gonna check to see what I did last week, because I did not struggle that much last week. That's kind of strange, but yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah, so the app jumped me up way too high. Last week I started on 20s, ended at 30, and it jumped me up to 35. So I'm going to keep it at 30. Did 9 just a minute ago. Now I'm going to shoot for 10 if I can. The app knocked me down to 25, but I'm going to keep it at 30 for this one. Shoot for 10 to 12, somewhere in that range. Hopefully on the higher end, hopefully we do 12, but as it stands, maybe 10. We will see. I've dropped the angle down to 3 on this machine, and when that rings, when the bell little thing tings, then I will get started, like it just did.
That's 11. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can feel it. This, while I'm pushing with this one, it is shaking the whole time. I don't know if it's, no, I'm definitely central. I thought it might be because I'm not central to the machine, but I definitely am. So that was 30 for 11. I'm going to log that, get that done, and then move on to the next one. I think the next one I'll do 25s. 25s and go for like a higher rep range to 12 to 15 maybe. We'll see how I feel. The app suggests to do one more set at 30 kg for 7 reps. I like that idea, so I'm gonna stick to that. I put the camera there in hopes that when I watch this back I can see why this one's failing so much. It could just be because it's smaller. It could be just because my left side is physically smaller, but we'll see. So we'll do 7 now, and then we'll go from there. One more. I will say the only bad thing about that is when I'm bringing it down to let go, getting some shoulder twinge there, but it's the only thing. So I'm going to log this. That was 38. I would say probably 2 reps in reserve. I feel like I could have done 10, maybe 11 again. I'm going to check it down to 2 for that one, and then drop the weight to 25, and 25 for 11 listed. I'm putting you really on this side, and when I start the reps, I'm going to zoom in a little bit onto my left side. I haven't watched back the other clip yet, but when I edit it all together, I'll have a look, because I've already been here for 45 minutes and I'm not halfway done. So all in all, should be fine. I'm gonna wait for that thing to ding, which will be in a couple minutes, less than a couple minutes. But yeah, obviously we're going back to the whole talking in between sets thing, which I'm not sure. I've been trying a couple different things. So what I'll do for today is I'll do the dialogue, but I won't do the rep ranges and stuff with the pop-ups that I have been doing for Wednesday and Thursday last week. And then for tomorrow's session, I'll do it with the little edited rep ranges and dialogue, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so 25 to 11. If I can do more, I will. That's definitely a better way to put them back as you sit forward. They just kind of come back. Less of an unnatural position for my shoulder. So I'll keep that in mind and do that next time. But yeah, so that was 25 by 12. I'm gonna log that, flat this out, and then move on to the flat bench. Starting on 25s. Yeah, starting on 25s. For the first set, I've got 12. And I think it's 11, there's 10. Somewhere in that ballpark. I'm going to go for 12 here. If I look at the log and it's not 12, well then I'll just put 12. Then we'll work from that. If I find this really easy at 25s, then I will do the next set at 30s and go from there. Yeah, just get straight into it. Quick thing to note, I forgot to drop these down, so I was getting like suboptimal on the ranges a little bit, but I was still like bottoming out, or topping out, I guess. I don't know what that term would be for that specific thing. I'm going to do the next one at 25. If the next one is fine, no, I've dropped them down. Then I'll jump it up to 30. Excuse me. Then I'll jump it up to 30. But I'll leave it at 25 for this one because I got the range of movement wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna move over to that side as well so you can see the left arm again. But yeah, I'm gonna log that, move this, and then yeah. The app wants me to do 25 for 10 on this one. I'm gonna go for 25 for 12. I think. If I do 12, then I'll put it up to 30, and I'll do 30 for 10 if I can. Obviously I've dropped the range down now as well, so should be a bit better. I'm going to keep an eye on this arm as well, because it's like, when it's getting to here, I've got to like push, if that makes sense. So like, usually I can just push like here, but with this one I've got to like, they get to about there and I've got to kind of like move to get the arm forward. I don't know how I feel about that, because if I was doing a bench, that wouldn't be a viable option. I'd have to just push. But yeah, it's a little bit different because the cables are so far out. I prefer it if the cables are tighter in, but I don't have a machine that does that. So we work with what we got. Anything else would be more flies than presses, so yeah. But we work with what we got. It's fine as is, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm gonna wait for that little ding and then start setting up. yeah, so that was alright. That was easy enough to do. And we're going to jump up to 30 for the next one. So I'm going to log that, jump up to 30. Should be good. Last set of these, we've got 30 either side. Commentary. So I'm not actually feeling a lot of like tension or pump in my chest. At least not at the moment anyway. I've got a couple more things to get through, and maybe by then I'll start to feel it. But I'm pretty sure I've only got this and then push-ups left. Where with push-ups, I see the fatigue. Like I can tell that my chest has been worked because I can't do a lot of push-ups. But chest days are kind of weird because I can never feel the pump, if that makes sense. Or maybe I'm in a bit of a lack of understanding when it comes to what the pump is. But I don't feel like my chest has been worked very hard. But it has, because I can look back at like when I started. My chest is very clearly bigger, but it doesn't feel like I've worked it as hard as I should have. So that's something to think about when I do the next program. But yeah, I just wanted to give that little bit of commentary when it comes to this kind of stuff, because I find that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about that. Everyone's like, oh yeah, pump, 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 pump. Sometimes you don't feel it. But yeah, I'm gonna get started. Where's the bloody thing? Yeah, that was 7. 7 with failure, so good to keep in mind. 30 for 7 as of today is failure, so I'm going to log that with a 0 RIR, and then we'll go from there. I think, I'm going to double check, but I think I got push-ups next. You'll know because the next thing I do will either be push-ups or something else, but I think I've got push-ups next. So yeah, get on to move over to... So this is now where we'll see how good of a chest day I've actually done. So last week I did 8 for the starting one, I think it was, or 7 or 8. We'll see how many I do today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that's 8. Yeah, so push-ups are a weird one, because when you fail them, you end up just lying flat on your belly, and it's a bit, I don't know, it just feels weird to get up from that. But yeah, I did 8 push-ups today. I did 8 push-ups last week. If I do 7 push-ups on this set, then I did exactly the same level of fatigue that I did last week, if I'm using push-ups as the metric. Which feels like I'm not really pushing myself, you know? But yeah, so see how many push-ups I do. If I do 7, then I know next week I've got to try a little bit harder, I think, on chest day, up some weights and stuff. But yeah, let's give it a go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 for the second set. So either I'm getting better at push-ups, or I'm not pushing myself as hard throughout the chest day. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think about it and see. Maybe have a look at today's video, have a look at last chest day's video, and really think if I'm pushing myself hard. Maybe I'm just not pushing myself hard enough. Maybe I need to be getting after it more. Going off. Just the level of fatigue that I'm getting from the push-ups. Now, to play both sides, I definitely could just be getting better at push-ups. But I was already kind of good at push-ups. So, I'm not sure. I'm not certain. I will have to think about it. But from here, moving over to cable crunches, and then I've got exercise bike to do, and then I'm done. So yeah, I'm going to move over to the cable crunches now. For 10 and 60 kg for 5. So I'm going to get both of those done in the same clip for you guys. 40 kg for 10, 60 kg for 5. And then we'll move on to our working sets. I'm going to take the headphones off real quick because they are quite uncomfortable to have on when I do this. The thing I try to do with these ones that I didn't used to try to do before is, so before I would like sit on my feet and then bring it in and then come off my feet and repeat the cycle. But these days, what I'm trying to do now is like really like curl. So like if I'm like this, really curl my abs. I really like drag the weight down. I've been getting a lot more of a sensation out of it, doing it that way, instead of like, so if I do it just for this one, instead of doing this, if I do it from here and bring it down, I feel like I get more of a range of movement. I feel like I'm contracting my abs a lot more, which then obviously makes it feel like my abs are being worked more. So I think my abs are being worked more doing it that way. But I'm going to log that, jump the weight up, and then get ready for the next set. So for this one I got 70 for 12. So I'm just going to, honestly, I'm just going to smash through it, get it done, get it out of the way. was that done? I think we've got 75s next. So log that, rest time 75. Start filming. I'm trying to do a little potentially taboo. So I know I've got to do 75 for 9, 65 for 13 and 65 for 12. So I'm going to do 10-second pauses in between. So I'm going to do my 75 for 9, 10 seconds, 65 for 13, 10 seconds, 65 for 12. Just because A, I want to get this over and done with, because I want to get on the exercise bike, get that done. And B, my abs I feel like I could always get a bit more work done in my abs, and by doing it that way with a shorter rest time, I think I can get a really good, like, tense feeling in my abs. So, 75 for 9, then 65 for 13, and 65 for 12. Let's get done. Oh. Yeah, that was way better. Oh, my abs are on fire because of that. That's definitely a good way to end out that little session. So I'm going to jump on the exercise bike. Maybe, I don't know, I've got to bring water today. So I might do like 10 minutes instead of half an hour. I'm just because I'm quite dehydrated. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm quite dehydrated. So I'm thinking 10 minutes on the exercise bike, I'll just scroll like TikTok or something. And then I'm gonna get some food after that then. But yeah.
Okay, so that wraps up today's chest day. So I did have a look at the workout history between today and last chest day. I did do more volume overall. Take this off so I can hear better. I did do more volume overall this week than I did last week. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I need to double check. But I'm pretty sure I did more volume this week than I did last week. So maybe I'm just getting better at push-ups. Maybe that's the reasoning. But I don't know. It is the first week of the cut, so maybe I'm getting some like metabolic differences, and that's what's causing the pump. But it's quite common for me on the chest day to not have like a long-lasting pump for the whole session. I do get a little bit of something on the pec decks, which I think is why I like them so much, because I can really tell that they're doing something, where with everything else I kind of can't. But yeah, so that just about wraps it up for today. I'm gonna get some food because I'm quite hungry and I'm very dehydrated, so I'm probably gonna get a drink as well. And yeah, I shall see you all tomorrow for back day tomorrow. That's going to be an interesting one to do. But yeah, see you all tomorrow for back day.